Hello, this is Steve Fontano. Today we're going to take a look at the new upcoming set, Project Sekai. Most of the cards from the booster got spoiled. The cards left not shown are mostly commons, and cards from all 5 TDs are shown as well. I'm going to go over the key cards for every archetype, all 5 units, and there will be some sample deck builds at the end too. So just a disclaimer, in this video, I'll be assuming that all the relevant cards got revealed. So I'll be talking about the strength of each card in the context of the currently shown cards. And these are just my first impressions, so I might be wrong if people figure out the set late differently afterwards. And hopefully I don't read any cards wrong here. Before we start the video, I just want you to know that Kohane is my Oshi, and I am buying the set. So if it feels like I'm biased, that might be why. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to start with all the climax combos. So here I listed the best level 1 combo and level 3 combo for each unit. And then here you can see how they divided the set. So every unit has one CX type. So here you have Wonder Show who has Old Choice, and then Old Buy, Old Standby, Old Pan, Set Leo Need, who got 1 CX in each color. So it ended up like level 1 combo for Soul Film ended up being Pan's Bar, which is like kind of unfortunate. So we'll go through each card here. So start at level 3. So level 3 on the bottom, here at Skasa, we have level 3 choice combo. It's on play heal. On tap, you can pay 2 ditch 1. You have 2 other Wonder Show character. You burn 1 twice and then get 3k for the turn. So this card is Coco Chino, so you burn 1 twice, pay 2 ditch 1. It's kind of not that cheap these days. Kaguya can kind of do it, pay 1 ditch 1. Yeah, the Marvel can do it, just pay 2. But and then the 2 other Wonder Show conditions, like it's a real condition. It's like a deck building condition. Like you need to bring a Wonder Show character in the deck to do it. So it's not as generic as this. And then Haruka here, it's on play heal, and then on climax combo on attack. If you had 2 music character in memory, and then if all your characters in 1 more jump, you can pay 2, and then you check your opponent's top 3 cards, and you can put any way you can put any left on top, and then it gets 4k for the turn. So it's like check 3 Mocha. Check 3 Mocha, it's in Bunny Girl 2 and Damachi. Profile is not really proven. I think it's pretty overcosted for what it does. And then this one is very unit locked, so probably won't see much play. And then third one we have Kohane here. So standby decks is basically its own deck. So Kohane here, if every character has music, gets 1k and hand on core, so it's 10k hand on core, constant. And climax combo is pay 1 ditch 1. You heal 1 and then you burn 3. Yeah. So they put the heal on the climax combo, so there's no on-play heal effect. Like, although like this type of combo is just icing on the cake for a standby deck, so it doesn't really matter what this card does. Yeah, standby decks need more support early game, so strength of standby deck doesn't come from this card. We'll have to look at the other cards after. And then for level 3 Kande here, we have 2 music character in memory, gets plus 2k on play heal. And then once per turn, when this card attacks on a combo, you can pay 1, and you reveal top card. If it's a music character, you can stand this card. So it's a restander, and it has 3 soul here. So 3 soul, 10k. It restands on attack, so it makes sure it doesn't get reversed during battle phase. Yeah, so this card needs a lot of support. So you need power, and then you need to top check. Yeah, and then you need so you need memory, and then you might need more power on top of memory, and then you need to top check. So this card needs a lot of support. The combo's alright. It's very cheap. It's basically a free restand. So pretty playable, but you just have to build your deck around this card. And here level 3 Shiho. So on play it's the 4/5 and no backup when the opponent's in, so it doesn't heal or cantrip. And climax combo is when you reverse your opponent, you can pay 2 ditch 1, and then you can mill up to the bottom 5 cards of your opponent's deck, and then put 2 CX into their clock. It's kind of niche. It doesn't heal or cantrip is the biggest problem. The combo is like has high ceiling, but it's not that consistent. Yeah, no heal and cantrip probably kill the card. I don't see this card getting played unless you need a budget deck. Okay, so back to level 1s. So level 1 Louis here, it's 2 other Pozanke, so it's 5/5 constant, and then climax combo is Encore Step, the card in front is reversed or it's empty yet, then you can salvage one. It's pretty generic. Power is low, this is only 6/5 on attack with 1k1. So it kind of needs back row support. We'll get to that when we get to the Wonder Show archetype, but power is low, like Nijigasaki has this on a 6/5. This is a 5/5. Yeah, this is like not that great. And then here, Minori, it's 15 on your turn, and then climax combo is ditch 1, check 4, add 2 music. Yeah, this profile is also not proven. People just don't like this one. Like, it's not better than Magro, but like it's kind of like the ditch is kind of for the bar support, but like on check 4, doesn't Bangden check 5? Like, yeah, the profile is not that good. And then back to standby. Standby is his own deck. So here, Toya, standby climax combo is it gets 2/5 and then on reverse check 4 out of music. So it hits 6k. So it's pretty decent for a standby deck. Yeah, standby don't really get consistent plussing combo. And this card also mills. It's actually pretty good. And then the second effect is it hand bonds 1/0 Akito. We'll talk about it when we get to the standby deck support. But overall, like, this is pretty decent for a standby combo. And then here with Ana, so if you have a card in memory, it gets 3k on your turn, so 7k, and then 8k with 1k1. And climax combo is when you reverse your opponent, you can ditch your music to search 2 music. So this is the best level 1 combo in my opinion for the 1k1 decks. So the search 2 is really strong, just immediate compression, so it makes your odds of cancelling better. And then it's also really big, so it's 8k. So 8k usually don't have problem getting reverses these days. The problem is not having a target these days. Yeah, but otherwise this combo is very decent. It just needs memory, so it goes, it's the same as Kande. So the Nigo deck is just like a memory deck. And then, yeah, and then it's 8 pans. So we're gonna talk about the pan, CX support after. So there is a pan support for this deck, and then there is a block support for Momo Jumbo Soul. Okay, so back to Leonie again. So the Ichika here is 2k on your turn. Then climax combo, so on CX play, you can ditch 1 to spawn cost 0. And then on reverse, this is the same climax. So on reverse, you can salvage 1. That's it. They basically wrote like climax combo into 2 lines, but it's on reverse salvage, and on CX play, you can spawn, like you can spawn another one itself or something. So it's hand fixed, but like there's no, it's really hard to play pants and bar support. Well, there's no pants and bar support, so this deck kind of broken as in pieces, and I can't really play it. So yeah, so Mono Leonie is probably dead, and then there is fan support. This deck we're going to build bar support. These cards not that good. Yeah, and then the choice cards are very generic. So, yeah, so standby is his own deck. This deck is actually playable, and then pan support. There's fan support, the pan's his own deck. The rest you can mix and match, but yeah, it doesn't look that great. And that's the best level 1 combo. On level 3, Tsukasa is because you need 2 Wonder Shells, so it makes it kind of hard to play. Otherwise, you have to go with Kanade here. This one, you just need memory condition. Okay. So next, we're going to talk about the double eyes. So some of the combos are double Y's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So five of the double Y's are combos. So there are 11 double Y's total. So the other double Y here, so here we have level 3 Saki here. This is early play heal. Yeah, so if you're 2 or less CX in waiting room, you can early play it. You can play this card without color. And then it gets 1k for your back row. And then on play, it's ditch one here is stock. So it's 10-5 constant, you can play without color. It's only early play heal in the set. So you'll see this coming every deck since you don't need color anyways. Yeah, every deck in the set needs its color. And then this is the combo, and then here, level 3 Mizuki here. It's another early play, so you have 4 on board early play. And then on play, check X with the number of music characters on board, so you can check up to 5. And then if I have 2 other music character, it gets 2-5 hand on core, so it's also 10-5, just like Saki, and then that's hand on core on top. Usually people don't play that many cantrip early play, but I think it's pretty decent, especially with a 10-5 constant plus hand on core. You can push damage, sit on this for a while. Not that bad. But double A, that's not bad. The 11 double A's, so they gotta put something in double A. So zeros we have, so this one is the Nijigasaki Riki here. So you can pay 1 clock from waiting room and then switch 1 lower. No other effect. And then here we have, this is a memory card. So on play, you reveal tiles 1 higher, you add to hand and ditch 1. And then on reverse, you pay 1 ditch music, send cards to memory, and search your music. So it's kind of like memory drop search. So you can't ditch CX, which is awkward sometimes. But it's double hand fix sometimes. Yeah, it's the best memory card in the set, keep that in mind. That's the Sekai. And here we have the Soul Lily runner. So you have another character, it gets 15, so it's 3k, and then this card can run if there's a card in front of it. Yeah, generic 3k free run, kind of. And then Miku here is a generic Bringstorm. This is a vivid bad trait, just keep that in mind. So Miku, yeah, so the Vocaloid and the booster have a trait associated with units. You can, they have different costumes, so you can kind of tell if you know the units. So this is a vivid bad one. So salvage, tap salvage Bringstorm, and then when your character reverses your opponent, you can get 5 somewhere. It's pretty generic. So the takeaway from this slide is, so you see we have a yellow 0, a green 0, and 2 red 0s, and there's no blue 0. So just know that blue is hard to splash. And yeah, if you're playing blue, like if you're playing the memory deck, yeah, you gotta splash blue somehow. Oh, and then that ties into the next slide. Okay, so you have to play this card, and this card is in blue. So everyone asks, does the set have stock swap? The answer is no. The set got Fumio. Fumio is in blue with this Miku here. The Fumio profile is the same as the Bang Dream, so on play you tap a card, and then your opponent choose 1 CX and shuffle all the other cards. As a Mocha CX combo, but I don't expect anyone to play this combo, so you don't really want to play multiple of this Miku. Yeah. And then I'm playing the SSV here just to tell you, yeah, this card is a rare, it got SSV. And then the Vivid Miku, the Bringstorm, yeah, didn't get SSV. I don't know what happened there. They put SSV on highest rarity, but yeah, I guess Fumio is staple. What when you just put Fumio as double one? I don't know. Yeah, but here, this is a Neo Miku. Yeah, this one, yeah, this one looks really nice. Everyone likes the edgy unit, and then the Miku, yeah, this Miku is cool. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about the memory cards. Yeah, because 3 units have memory cards. You see here, 3 units have memory cards, but the set only got 4 memory cards total. So this already was the double one. Talk about this one. So this Haruka, on play you can give a character 1k, and then it's pay 1/7 when you check 4, but you can only add one more jump character. So this one is unit lock. Well, at least like half your deck has to be more jump to play this card. So like this card, like, but like, yeah, but like, why are you playing more jump cards? Like, the combo is just not good. So I almost, yeah, it's hard to play around more jump. So, yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to more jump. But now we have this memory card for more jump, and then when they show got event, so it goes to memory, and then on play you top check music or event you add, and then sitting memory on your turn, all your Wonder Show cards here gets 1k. But like the level 3 Tsukasa doesn't need power, so the 1k doesn't really matter. And it's not a 2-1, so it's pretty late if you're playing your plans to play memory condition. So this card is pretty bad. Yeah. And then the last one we have a Mafia. So Nigo, despite Kanade needs 2 in memory, they only got 1 memory card. So the memory effect is act and pay 1 send this to memory, and then you check 3 add a 1 or lower. Yeah, 1 or lower character, sorry. Only add character. And then if this card is in memory, at the beginning of climax phase, you can pay 2, you ditch a CX, and then you can salvage a CX the same trigger. So it's kind of like a CX swap. Yeah, so it's pay 2 CX swap once in memory. It's okay. It's kind of expensive. Like if you're doing it all on the same time, it's 3 costs. But if you do it later, like the 2 costs console, because like you don't need to like find this card. So usually CX swap is like you bring someone for CX swap, then you CX swap, so that's 2 costs anyways. This one's just memory, so it's like convenient. But the problem is like the check 1 or lower. So here I have a table. So this is left column is Akatsuki, and then right column is Rize. Rize is the check 3 variant. Yeah, so this chart is assuming you have all 49, like all your other 49 cards in your deck, and then you check the max number and the percentage you're missing. You check 4 or 3. So usually I would recommend 5% or lower to be consistent. So this is the number of missed targets. So in Akatsuki deck, you can play like half the deck. So you can have 24 missed targets. Be pretty confident with it. And then Rize, they only check 3, yeah. So 5% is around 18, 19. So this is counting CXs. So you can only play like 11 missed targets. Okay, so if you play the Akatsuki variant that only adds 1 higher, and then you're playing 16 zeros, so you're looking at 23 misses. It doesn't count itself, so it's 15 other zeros plus 8 CXs. That's 23 misses, and then you're around 4%. And then if you're playing 18 0, so you're at 25 misses. So you're at like 6%. So if you ever play those profiles, you're probably within this range. And if you feel comfortable playing it, it's probably fine. I usually recommend around 5% mark. So the 5% mark for Rize profile, it's at 19. So you can only play 19 misses. So that means you have 31 level 0 plus level 1s, and they're all characters, which is like unreasonable for a deck. Like even if you play 18 zeros with 10 1s, that's 28. 28, that means you have 22 misses, which is here. Yeah, so usually you build any real deck, you'll be around like this range. So it's a pretty harsh deck building condition. And then I have a deck build after, which is going to be within this range. I think 22 or 23 misses. Like you really have to cut higher level to play this card. Even then, like if you're sitting at 8% miss chance, like you will miss like once in a while. So it does create a problem. But like if you need memory, like you have to play it because there's like so few cards to pick from. Like you just play Irie and then you play Mafu, and then Haruka's locked to more jump, so you're playing 8 pants, you can't really play it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about archetypes. We're gonna start with standby because it's its own deck to get that one out of the way. So here we start with level 3. So we talked about Kohane already. So this is your like your go-to standby target level 2. This is hand on core, like you can't even put it in the front. You just sit on it. This is 10k. It's kind of small. You need some kind of assist later on. And then for the top end, we have a money counter. So this you need full board, and then it's money counter, and then you can give 15. So yeah, the profile is saying it's like card capture Sakura's money counter. So you just need to make sure like your board doesn't lose. And then so you have Kohane, and then with hand on core and Mizuki hand on core. So even if you lose offense, you can hand on core them back and try to like money counter all the way back. Yeah, so you don't really have explosive top end, so the plan is just to play to not die. So we're just sitting on money counter, and then your finisher is just Kohane. It's like icing on the cake, and then you have Fumio with more card also. Yeah, that's the top end for this deck. So the important part is the level 1 combo for standby deck. So we have the Toya. So Toya is on check 4. This one is decent. The only problem is when you don't have the right standby is a 3/5 body. But otherwise, you can play kind of like Kaguya, decent closing combo. Let's go. And then this Akito, is also really good. So this is the bomb target for this Toya combo. And then this card also bonds. So Akito also bonds Toya. So they hand bond to each other. And then Akito's effect is beginning of climax phase. If you play this Toa this turn, you can pay 1 bounces to hand and salvage your music character. Yeah, so climax phase, if you play a Toya this turn, you pay 1 bounces to hand, and then you can salvage 1. So you can even do it without playing a CI. And you just pay 1 bounce salvage, and then you need to play Toa, you just bond to it and then play it and then bounce it. And usually you bounce it, you play a standby, and then you play it on empty slot. Yeah, it's very consistent plus. Like this deck, if you have reverse target, you can plus very hard. Yeah, it's very decent. And then here the 1175 hand core is a standby target, and then this is a 2/2, 1k for every other. So it's 10k hand on core, pretty standard stuff. So you just play combo, bounce this, standby the 2/2. And then yeah, that's your main game plan. Play kind of like Kaguya, so you just have a 1/0 pushing combo. And then level 0, there's a runner, so you red splash. And then you have Riki. Riki try to celebrate to get out 0. And then here's the blue splash, because there's not really that many blue cards to pick from. So this is on Death Akatsuki. It grabs 1 higher. And then when it goes to the waiting room, you can check top, or bottom. Yeah, so it's just free mill for a standby deck. So I'll be playing this in my deck. So for blue splash, just any blue, Fumio, early play, money counter. Yeah, so that's the key cards for the standby deck. So I think this deck looks like we'll have a 50 card deck at the end. Okay, so next we're going to talk about 8 pans, because like the best 1k1 deck in my opinion in this set. So the pan deck is built around this Mizuki. So this Mizuki is pan support, so it's 500 global, and then when you trigger a pan, if you have 2 other Nico characters, you can ditch 1, and then you salvage a Nico character, and then you can give a character a level 1 500. So it's that pan support, that Keto pan support that's on the ban list. But it's trait log, but it gives a level of 500 on top. So, well, it's straight out in the sense you need 2 other Nego, and then you can only salvage a Nego. But it doesn't stop you from playing other cards. Yeah, and then so this card, yeah, so this is where you need to play 8 pants. This is why each card doesn't work. Each card is an Ego trait. So if your back rows are both Nego, and then you have each card on board, you need 1 more Nego character to block this. And then this came and grab each card. So like yeah, just play 8 out here. Each card's like, yeah, it just doesn't work. And then for memory cards with Irie, with the Mafia, and then this card there is the tap self search Brainstorm. On play can give a character can be various by card effects on the opponent's turn. Doesn't really do anything, so just vanilla tap self Brainstorm. Many play it for the pan support condition, so it makes it easier. Although it's still really hard to proc 0. The 0, yeah, Nego doesn't have good front row cards. Like, so it's the back row, this is the back row, this one just disappears before even enter attack phase. Works better at 1. Yeah, so mainly play this. And then level 1 is a non-combo. And then because of Mafia, you're gonna need to play a bunch of other level 1s. I'll talk about those when I have a deck build for this one. And then level 3, so you have combo, your early play, and then Fumio. It's pretty simple. Like, your plan is just to resolve Kande. Like, the combo is cheap, so you just, and it's 8 pants, CXDs you get, so you just hold this, play pants, and then if they don't die, just try play again, how cheap it is. And then this level 2 Mafia here is 2k in front, and then when you play CX, you can check top 2 playing any order. So, it's the top check for Kande. So it's the only check top 2 in the set, in fact. So like if I'm on top check, you have to play this card. And then it has a CX combo, so but I don't expect you to play the CX. It's like when you play the CX, you can ditch 1 to refresh and then check top 3 playing any order. But yeah, so like the idea is like if you want CX swap with Mafia, you can play like some 4-3-1 ratio, but like this 3-1 is not that amazing. Like you don't even shuffle the CX that you played. Yeah, so it's probably just to play 8 pants 2 combo and then just shove memory. Yeah, and probably memory decks, no slot for Riki really. You need stock on this, like both memory cards. So Riki doesn't really do much. Yeah, so that's the general idea for the 8 pants deck. Okay, so the other 3 units, I don't really have too much to talk about. Like, the cards are just not that amazing. But Momo Jump's focus is you do get access to an additional memory card. So if you play Irie, you can play Haruka. And this Brainstorm here, it's tap cell Brainstorm, but you can only grab Momo Jump. When you trigger bar, you can give a character 1k cross turn. So there is bar support. So, and then this Haruka is another. So this card on play, you have 2 less memory. You can put this Haruka, the level 0 Haruka, into memory. So it makes it easier. So you don't play this card, you play a bunch of Momo Jump cards, right? So you just play all these. And the ring card here is bar support. So when you on attack, it gives all your character effects. We trigger bar, you can draw ditch. And then on attack, you can give it another character 500 times other. Yeah, but it's draw ditch. Like, the probability got power creep to salvage. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Draw ditch is, yeah, it's like pretty mediocre. And then you have a mediocre combo here. So you're playing it. So the price of playing additional memory card is playing mediocre combo, and then some mediocre bar support. And then, yeah, more jump has like other generic level 3. So this one's like on play heal, on play 15. And then you can pay 1, ditch 1 to check 1's top 2, but I need to wait and put it on top. Like Mocha combo without a CX. It's like okay. And then the Minori here, it's pay 2. Sorry, not pay 2. It's ditch 2 clock kick, and on play salvage character. And I think it gets power, so it gets 1k. Yeah, so it's 10-5 constant, ditch 2 clock kick, and I'll play salvage. So like, it's like good generic cards, like you don't have to play this Haruka combo. Like, you can play Ball, you can put Shiho in the deck. But there's more jump cards for your memory target. Yeah, so if you like playing more jump focus, you just play the memory cards. So you can even put Mafu in here too. Just play all the memory cards. And then Mafu is your blue splash to play Miku, Fumio. Yeah, the cards are not amazing. It's not too much to talk about. And then Wonder Show support. So the two combos are like generic. And then I think if you're playing Wonder Show, it's for this 1-0 event. So you can't play it if you don't have a Wonder Show character. And you can check 4 at a music or event. So you can check 4 into itself to check 4 again, which is pretty cool. And then this event, you can grab it with this Emu. So the 1-0 Emu is on play, you can ditch your music. So you can grab this 1-0 event from waiting room, or you can grab the 2-1 Miko event. That goes to memory. And then when we play your event, it gets 2k per turn. So you can like grab it to like get mill. It's like cool, but like to play this event, you need enough Wonder Show character. Okay, so other than the Riki, like there's no really amazing zero. This zero here is a tap 2 Brainstorm, and then it's check 3 add 1, or you CX it. And then climax phase, you can give it character 500. So it does power boost you level 1. Let's tap 2 Brainstorm. So I'll much rather play the Vivid Bad Brainstorm. But then you need Wonder Show character on board for this. So if you need Wonder Show character on board, then you have to kind of play like this Louis combo. Then you have no good back row. So if you're playing Tsukasa, you do like double Tsukasa for some like random Wonder Show character on board to do it. And then this 2-1 here, it's a choice support. So it's 1k global, and then we trigger choice and pay 1 draw. It's like, yeah, it will be really nice if it was on 1-0. Then you can build around it. But 2-1 is just like icing on the cake. Like, you're not going to build around this. Yeah, so that's the only choice support I got. And then this Emu here, I don't recommend you to play it, but showing you here is the only card in Wonder Show that needs memory. So if you have 3 cards in memory, you can pay 2 ping 1 attack. Like how you can get 3 card in memory just with the 2-1 event. Yeah, don't recommend playing this card. And then the other effects like 2 less early play, on play you can bounce a card and it gets 2k per turn. Yeah, it's like, don't play this card, it's not amazing. Yeah, Wonder Show didn't really get support, but yeah. But like Tsukasa, if you really want to play level 3 choice, just because bar support, pan support, or like trade lock, and like you need to like probably play, just have Riki and then have Tsukasa, and then somehow have 2 Tsukasa and a Riki on board at level 3 to do combo. It's probably good. And then this level 1, these level 1s, you probably have to play together, just full event condition. But it's like not amazing. It's not like, I wouldn't build around it, but if you want to play it, you have to play them together. That's just how it goes. And then last we have Leonie, which is in pieces because it's a 4-color deck. Although they did give you a Brainstorm, so this is a taps out Brainstorm. It only grabs Leonie. It gives Leonie mill 7500, and then you can't. Hard to read the first effect, but I'm pretty sure it says you can play Leonie characters all color. Yeah, so yeah, but like, yeah, so they didn't even really push the 4-color gimmick. Like there's no like the deck is 4-color, but like you don't really need 4-color. And so the Honomi here combo the same CX as Ichika, and then it's on CX play. If this card's in the front row, you can stock music character from waiting room, and then you top check. If it's a level 0 character, you can put it in stock. It's actually pretty good when you're trying loop combo. You can like do if you don't have a Grace target, then you can just play the Holomi. But there's just no synergy because each card can't spawn. Well, each card spawning Holomi doesn't proc the effect, so there's not really synergy between the two. Let's just go to loop, but like I said, there's no pan support or Leo need, just stuck in Eagle. So if you're playing each card, you probably have to play choice level 3, yeah, otherwise like pants bar, pants can't really be played without CX support. Like, let me give you a generic one that's like trigger CX, ditch CX, check 2. I want to hand ditch 1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, ditch 1, check 2, add 1. Yeah. We didn't even get one. Like, they're just like locked to WCX type. So yeah, it's hard to play each card just because it's pants. And then the Luca here is like the best 4-color card. And so the effect is like when you face your opponent, if you have 4 colors on turn's play, if you face your opponent, your 4 colors on board, you can pay 1 search. And then on play Futsuke. It's like the best card that needs 4 color. But you could just not play this card, not worry about 4 color. So I don't know what they were trying to go with this. And, yeah, they just give you Saki, which is going being every deck. Just like I think she has the most appearance in the first year events. Yeah, so she's gonna be in every deck, and then yeah, she holds this niche, and then it's a bar, so Pan's bars suck. So I don't know where she holds gonna go, or just don't play it. Each card, yeah, you probably need to play Pan choice. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about the decks I build. At least I build a deck for us, unlike some units and pieces. So here we have 8 standby. So okay, so we're gonna go through all the cards that we haven't went through. So here with Runner, Riki, and then this Momo Jump ring here is you can pay 1 run to the back, and then on attack you can give a character 15. You can give self 2. So it's a pretty decent upgrade from like the one that gives 2k to another. So decent plussing 0. Then here with the blue splash with a Conde. Another Conde Brainstorm for more blue. And then this really bad land here. This Foundry in front can pay 1, stack check 4. So it's just emergency if you need mill. Yeah. So, and then here you have the level 1. So you don't really need to rely on Brainstorm to mill. So you can just mill with Conde into the combo. And then you can plus straight up with Akito here. Yeah. And then here we have 2 1-1s. So originally I wanted 4 1-1s, but standby deck problem, you're always tight on slot. So you gotta cut something. So playing 2 1-1s here, the main reason for the 1-1 is the backup plan says you don't have the level 1 CX, so this is 3-5. Toa is 3-5, so it's pretty bad when you don't draw the Toa CX, so you have to rely on this one. You could play generic 1-0 beaters, but my testing, like, they're not that amazing either. You might play 1-1. It's scale better, and then you can hand on it. Then here's a generic 2-2, and here's a 2-1 Mako, it's 1k global, and then you can pay 1, tap 2, mill 2, salvage level X. X will sum the level milled. So this one, so usually I like one a back row. In case you trigger standby on first trigger, then you can play this in your back row. And then, yeah, it's consistent plus, you can keep out your hand. It's just, it might not be a good plus. But 1k global is decent too. And then the Louis here is a 3k counter on an opponent mills X from their bottom deck. X equal number of characters you have, so just a mill counter. And then Miku's 2-5 counter, then on play you top check, top or bottom. So your game plan is play to not die, so you can have the Miku in hand too. Just want 2 counters for standby decks at level 2. Because your early plays are all like 10-5s. Decent counter. So Kohane combo, we play heal, I play check X. So on here, it's 2k in front, and then I'm playing heal to stock. So usually you stand by this when you need power. And then the third effect is you can tap this card, and you choose the card with Bond, send it to waiting room, and then you can salvage the Bond target. But it doesn't really come up in this set, really. It's like, so say you can play Akito, and then you can tap on to sack it to grab another Toya, but like it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, there's no bonder to this level 3 Kohane. Like otherwise I'll be like, oh okay, at least you can grab two Kohane with one card, but it just isn't. The effect doesn't really come up. And here is just additional heal. It's Misakuro, so I'm play heal, and then on attack you pay 1 ditch 1, gets 2k on Rogue Spring 1. We have Funio and 3 money counter. So that's a general idea for the deck. So early game kind of plays like Kaguya. You have a 1-0 putting combo, and then the upside is in mills, which is something Kaguya is not like doesn't excel at. Yeah, so that's like the trade-off. So you have mill, and then level 0. Yeah, it's pretty comparable to Pulse and Kaguya. You have like a runner, and then you have the vanilla Riki, and you have some more mill. Yeah, and then end game you just play to not die, which is very much like a standby Quince and like Mushoku. Just sit on money counter and sit on your board, and you have a Fumio instead of stock swap. So playing on Fumio, you just need to win early. If you win early, Fumio work. If you're behind, then like there's no way to really catch up. And then level 2 is just double replay. Yeah, it's also like how good. You can replay heal until replay check X and build a board that way too. That's really pretty generic standby deck. Nothing too amazing. It's another play to not die deck. And then if you like the mill at early levels, then you can definitely try this deck out. Yeah, but nothing too crazy here. So compared to the current standby deck, I would say like Pulse Fan Kaguya is not even that bad. So like Pulse Fan Kaguya might even be better than this. Like at least their kill power is higher. Yeah, Kaguya's focus is still the ceiling for their top end. And then if you compare this to Quint or Mushoku's board is bigger in general. It's easier to build a board. But this one has a putting combo on 0, so that's the trade-off. And then Quint can build a board really fast with like the 12 standby gimmick. But yeah, Quint's problem is also killing. Like, there's actually nowhere to kill. Like, you don't have Fumio or stock swap. So you actually just have to win early and not die. And then this deck kind of has a mix between the two. Like, Fumio and then money counter. And then, you can double early play and whatnot. Yeah. Say it's not too amazing, but still, like, at least they gave support to a standby, which is pretty rare these days. Play water. And then the other deck I built with 8 pans. This deck got like actual support. Like they basically build a deck for you with this Mizuki. I think we went over all the zeros here. So here I'm playing Aikido Runner as my +0. So this is the best turn 1 play. Otherwise, like you could play the more jumping that runs to the back, but that costs more stock. So I just want this one. And then if you turn 1, you can play 3k runner plus gold walls 3-5. 3-5 free runs really high kill. This is a pretty good combination going first. You just have to try shove one of these cards in memory for level 1 and need 2 in memory for Kande. The last 0 here, so this Kohane, it's when you play CX and bounce and give character a soul. So it's meaning for level 3 Kande. So you're just bouncing so your Kande becomes 5 soul, then you can side level 2s for 2. Like, if you really can't beat their board, then like, at least you can side 2, front 2. And then the other effect is bonds to tap 2 Brainstorm, but we don't play in this deck. So here we're 19 zeros. So, and then level 1, so Ana combo, and then this Miku card is this CX salvage. You can play this card with color, and then when the damage out by this card is cancelled, you put in stock. Yeah, so it just ditch out for 8 pan stack. So you can look for this when you do Ana combo. Because a lot of times 8 pans you end your turn with a CX in hand, so if you draw another one in turn after, you can ditch with this. And then this content here is find your pair. Then on attack, you check top up to top 2 and then leave 1 on top. So this is kind of like how I put it. You just swing this one first, and then just make sure you don't trigger on first swing. Just kind of just like utility. And then there's each card here. It's Shimaka. It's on attack and give another card 500 times other. So this is usually for an in case you need to climb really big things. And then the other effect is on opponent's turn, it gets 1 credit per your back row, so 6-5, and then if you're global 7. It's actually pretty big on defense, but you don't play counters, it doesn't really matter. And then the 2-1 here, this is the anti-level bomb, and it has hand on coil. This card I would consider cutting, but like it's here because the Neo card, so you can grab it with the global. And then yeah, it's the only hard removal. Yeah, this set really lacks hard removal. There's no really way to out encore. So you're just playing a 2-1 anti-level. It's not even level 1. The Louis counter is the mill counter, in case you need it sometimes. And then yeah, 2 ounces, Kande, early play, Fumio. And then the Ichika here, this one's from the TD's on play. You can play another card from hand for free, basically. The second effect, when you verse your opponent, you can pay 3, ditch 1, burn 2, and then top check, top or bottom. Yeah, the burn effect, like in theory you can top check for Kande, but it's really too I think it's too expensive to do. Like you could like play this, play Kande, and then swing each card first, you top check for Kande, but it's too expensive. So usually just play it for the power. Yeah, so that's the general idea of the deck. So you just how many missed targets are we playing here? We're playing 22 missed targets. Yeah, so that was like, I forgot the chart. I think 8 or 9% miss chance. Yeah, so 8 or 9% miss chance on deck 1. So like you will miss, but like you'll miss sometimes. Yeah, so this deck's problem is your kill power is actually not that high, but then you don't have stock saw. So if you're behind, your opponent's really compressed, there's really nothing you can do about it. Other than maybe mill counter, but that one's hard to play around. Yeah, so if you like, even if you want triple Kande, it's 7 stock. You 7 stock going into turn, which is like a lot for only 6 attacks. All you do end your turn with, like, you do end your turn with 4 stock, but it's like, yeah, just expensive. Yeah, kill power is not high. Yeah, if your opponent's compressed, then there's really nothing to do. So the game plan is just like keep slamming CXs with your playing pants and hope you're ahead. And then if your opponent hit 3 first, then like you can Fumio into like 2 restand maybe. Yeah, that's usually the plan. Yeah, so you just, yeah. And then memory compression. Oh, yeah, you can really snowball with Ana. I think Ana is a really good compression tool. So because you can search 2, so it's immediate compression. So if you're on deck 1, then like you resolve double combo, then you basically mill 4 guaranteed, and then like you have CX left, it's like really likely to cancel. And then if you can loop combo again on deck 2, like if you do double combo again on deck 2, it's like mill four cards clean again, then yeah, really try loop cancels. Yeah, the problem is just like if your opponent like double early plays and whatnot, then like run out reverse targets and like you can't loop this combo anymore. Yeah, otherwise like if they're just playing 1k1 decks with like not really early play focus, then you can get 2 lanes reverse probably these days. 1k1 decks don't really wall these days, you can just like and that's really big, usually A5 of the global, so you can just keep getting reverses and try to compress and try to be ahead. Yeah, you just need to cancel more than your opponent, and then level 3 try to close out Okane. Okane, top check missing is does hurt, and then Kane's problem is like swing empty is really bad. Swing 5 and 6. I think playing pants, you might swing 6 and 7. Yeah. Kane is not good swing empty, but you're fronting that you need power and just like it's like this card just needs so much support for it like a not even high ceiling. Yeah. The memory compression, yeah, you can get like flowing memory if going off, like 2 RE at 0, and then you can muff you later to like mill and whatnot. Yeah, it's not crazy. Usually memory compression deck, you need at least 3 cards that go in memory. Yeah, it's like it's not. Yeah, just play around and I guess loop combo, slam 1k1s, hope they die before you. And then, yeah, you really need to be ahead with no stock swap. Fumio is with Moikai, got win early somehow. And then Ditchell in this, yeah, playing like the Keto Pants support was really nice. Like you trigger Pants and then you grab Pants and then you grab a combo back to your hand. And you can loop combo pretty well. Yeah, 1k1 decks, yeah, it's like alright, just 1k1 power creep these days are just crazy, like, especially if it doesn't have a stock swap, like, you can just bring another deck with similar gimmick but has a stock swap, then you can just immediately run to that deck. Yeah. It's like, yeah, top end's not amazing, but it's like, deck's playable, but it'll get power creep soon, so I think if I had foil deck, I'd foil standby. But I can't rather play 1k1 decks. It just comes and goes so fast, and then I'm still on my. Yeah, I still rather play Whole Life. Whole Life, yeah, Whole Life is still good. 1k decks these days, like, yeah, Whole Life's good, and then Danmachi is really popular right now. Giant Tool Box deck. What else we got? I think Super Surge is really good. Not the Shield Code variant, but just the 1k1 variant. Super Surge is also really good. Yeah. See how these are all new decks. Like 1k1 power creeps quite insane these days. Yeah, this one, yeah. Oh, no stock law, it's just you really need to find a different win con, and then it just, yeah. Some decks you just can't really out, like if they're playing standby deck, and then standby deck, like usually they have lost stock from being ahead early, and then there's just nothing you can do. The other utility you can consider is there is a CX swap. It's saying the more jump TD, yeah? So it's just vanilla CX swap on the level 0. And then there's a drop salvage. On play you can mill 3. That's also a pretty decent mill option. Like, if I didn't need blue, I would play the card, but Conde just took the slot, even though like the card is not as good. Like, optional mill 3 on play is like way better, but need blue. What can I say? Blue cards suck. Yeah. So these are the 2 decks I'll try when the set comes out. Yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment. Or if I got any cards wrong, you can also leave a comment, let me know. Yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks.